My wife's sister video my wife cheating with best friend. They beg forgiveness, divorce changed locks. My name is Michael, and my life was, until very recently, pretty darn good if I do say so myself. I am 33 years old and I work as a software engineer, which is about as exciting as it sounds, unless you are into staring at lines of code all day, which, surprisingly, I am. My wife Vanessa is 30 years old and she is a teacher. She teaches elementary school, 3rd grade to be exact, and honestly I don't know how she does it. Kids that age are basically tiny, sticky tornadoes of chaos, but she loves it, and she is really good at it. We have been together since college, so about 11 years in total, married for 7 of those. We met in a really cliché way at a college party. I spilled beer all over her white shirt and the rest, as they say, is history. Corny, I know, but it's our story. My best friend Kyle is also 33, and we have been friends since kindergarten. Seriously, kindergarten. We grew up together, went through all the awkward phases of adolescence together, and even ended up going to the same college. He is more like a brother to me than a friend, if I am being honest. He is a good dude, always has been. A bit of a goofball, but with a good heart. He works in sales, something I could never do, talking to people all day, no thanks, but he thrives on it. He is charming and outgoing, everything I am not. Vanessa has a sister, Nancy, who is 27. She is a photographer, a really talented one actually. She is the artsy one in the family, while Vanessa and I are more practical, I guess you could say. Nancy and Vanessa are close, as sisters usually are, but they also have that sisterly rivalry thing going on, you know. The kind where they tease each other relentlessly, but would also defend each other to the death. It's funny to watch sometimes. So that's the cast of characters in my life. Everything was normal, routine, maybe even a little boring, in a comfortable, good way. Vanessa and I had our little routines, our inside jokes, our comfortable silences. Kyle and I would hang out, play video games, grab beers, talk about life, the universe, and everything. Nancy would come over for dinner sometimes, and we would all laugh and catch up. Life was good, predictable but good. Then last Tuesday, everything blew up. My phone buzzed with a notification. It was a message from Nancy. Just a simple message that said, "You need to see this." Attached was a video. I clicked on it, not thinking anything of it. I assumed it was a funny cat video or something Nancy had taken. Oh, how wrong I was. The video started and it took me a second to register what I was seeing. It was Vanessa and Kyle, in Vanessa's car, parked on some random street. At first it just looked like they were talking, maybe a little too close for comfort, but then they started kissing. Not just a quick peck, but a full-on, passionate kiss. My blood ran cold. I kept watching in disbelief, horror, and a growing sense of nausea. It got worse, way worse. Let's just say it was more than just kissing. It was intimate. Very intimate, in my wife's car with my best friend. I watched the whole thing in a daze, my mind refusing to process what I was seeing. It felt like I was watching a movie, a really bad, trashy movie. But it wasn't a movie. It was my life. Or rather, it was the destruction of my life as I knew it. When the video ended, I just stared at my phone, numb. I felt like I had been punched in the gut repeatedly. My hands were shaking and my heart was pounding in my chest. I replayed the video just to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. Nope, still there. Vanessa and Kyle, betraying me, laughing in my face. Okay, maybe not literally laughing in my face, but it felt like it. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to scream, to throw my phone across the room, to punch a wall. But I just sat there, frozen, staring at the ceiling. I felt like I was going to be sick. Eventually, I managed to stand up and walk to the kitchen. I poured myself a glass of water, my hands still shaking so badly I almost spilled it. I took a deep breath and tried to think rationally, which was pretty much impossible at that point. The first thing I did was call Nancy. She answered on the second ring. Her voice was hesitant, nervous. "Michael?" she asked. "Yeah, it's me," I said, my voice sounding rough and unfamiliar even to my own ears. "I saw the video," I said, just stating the obvious. "Oh, Michael," she said, her voice full of sympathy. "I am so sorry. Where did you get this?" I asked. "Does it matter?" she replied. I needed you to know." "Yes, it matters," I said. "I need to know who would do this." She hesitated for a moment, then said, "A friend of mine. They saw them and, well, they knew I should tell someone." "Okay," I said. "Thank you, Nancy, for telling me." "Of course," she said. "Are you okay?" "No, Nancy, I am not okay," I said, "but I will be." I hung up. "Okay, video is real. Vanessa and Kyle are cheating. Got it. Now what?" I decided I needed to confront them, both of them, separately. First, Vanessa. She was still at work. I waited until she got home. When she walked in, she smiled at me, that same familiar smile that used to make my heart melt. It just made me feel sick now. "Hey honey," she said, "how was your day?" "Don't honey me," I said, my voice cold and hard. She stopped smiling. "What's wrong?" she asked, her brow furrowing in confusion. I pulled out my phone and showed her the video. Her eyes widened in shock. Her face drained of color. She went completely silent. I let her watch the whole thing. When it was over, she looked up at me, tears welling up in her eyes. "Michael, she started to say, but I cut her off. "Don't," I said, "just don't. Tell me it's not real," she whispered. "Please tell me it's not real." "It's real, Vanessa," I said, "it's very real." Who sent you this?" she asked, her voice trembling. "It doesn't matter," I said. "What matters is what's in the video. And what is in the video is you betraying me with my best friend." She started to cry, big, heaving sobs. "Michael, I am so sorry," she choked out. I don't know what to say." "Then don't say anything," I said. "Just go." "Go where?" she asked through her tears. "I don't care," I said. "Just go. Get out of my sight." She stood there for a moment, looking lost and broken, then she turned and walked out the door. I watched her go, feeling nothing but a cold, empty ache in my chest. Next, Kyle. This was going to be harder. He was supposed to come over that night for our usual Tuesday night video game session. I texted him. "Hey man, can you come over a bit earlier tonight?" "Sure, dude," he replied. "Is everything okay?" "Yeah, I need to talk to you about something," I texted back. "Okay, see you soon," he replied. He arrived about an hour later. He seemed his usual cheerful self, oblivious to the storm that was about to break. "Hey man, what's up?" he asked, walking into the living room, grabbing a beer from the fridge like he always did. "Sit down, Kyle," I said, my voice still cold. He looked at me, his smile faltering slightly. "Okay," he said, sitting down on the couch. "What's going on?" I didn't say anything, I just showed him the video. He watched it in silence, his face slowly turning ashen. When it was over, he didn't say anything for a long time. He just stared at the floor, his hands clenched into fists. Finally, he looked up at me, his eyes filled with shame and guilt. "Michael, man, I am so sorry," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "Sorry," I repeated, my voice rising. "Sorry, that's all you can say. Sorry. You betrayed me, Kyle, you betrayed me in the worst possible way." "I know, man, I know," he said. "I messed up big time. Messed up." I yelled. "Is that what you call it? You slept with my wife, Kyle. My wife, your best friend's wife." "I don't know what happened, man," he said. "I swear it just happened. Just happened." I scoffed. "Oh, it just magically happened, did it? You didn't have any choice in the matter." No, that's not what I mean," he stammered. "I mean, we were both drunk and drunk." I repeated, "So being drunk is an excuse now? Being drunk gives you a free pass to sleep with your best friend's wife?" "No, man, no, it's not an excuse," he said. "I'm just trying to explain." "Explain what, Kyle?" I interrupted. "Explain how you could do this to me. Explain how you could betray our friendship like this." "I don't know, man, I really don't," he said. "I am so ashamed, so disgusted with myself." "You should be," I said. "You absolutely should be." "I thought you were my brother, Kyle," I said. "I trusted you more than anyone in the world. And you did this. To me, to Vanessa, to our friendship." "I know, man, I know," he repeated, tears starting to well up in his eyes. "Please, Michael, please forgive me," he begged. "I will do anything to make it right." "Make it right?" I laughed, a bitter, humorless laugh. "You can't make it right, Kyle. You can never make it right. What's done is done. You broke something that can never be fixed." "Our friendship is over, Kyle," I said. "As far as I am concerned, you are dead to me." "Don't say that, man," he pleaded. "Please, don't say that." "I mean it, Kyle," I said. "Get out of my house and get out of my life. I never want to see you again." He stood up, his face pale and tear-streaked. "Okay, Michael," he said, his voice choked with emotion. "I understand. I am so sorry." He turned and walked out, leaving me alone in the living room, the silence deafening. I spent the rest of the night in a daze. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't even think straight. My mind was just a jumbled mess of anger, hurt, and confusion. I kept replaying the video in my head over and over again, torturing myself with the images of Vanessa and Kyle together. How could they do this? Why would they do this? What did I do to deserve this? The next morning, I woke up feeling even worse, if that was possible. My head was pounding, my eyes were swollen, and my stomach was in knots. I knew I couldn't just sit around and wallow in self-pity. I had to do something, so I did. I called a lawyer. I told him I wanted a divorce, immediately. He said he would get the paperwork started right away. That felt good. Like I was taking back some control, like I wasn't just going to be a victim in this whole mess. I also changed the locks on the house. Just a small, symbolic act, but it made me feel a little bit better. Like I was closing a door on that part of my life, on Vanessa and Kyle, on all the lies and betrayal. My phone has been blowing up with notifications since I posted about what happened on social media, mostly messages of support from friends and family, but also some interesting reactions. Vanessa and Kyle have both been calling and texting me nonstop, begging for forgiveness, saying it was a mistake, that they regret it, that they love me, that they can explain. Explain what? Explain how they stabbed me in the back. Explain how they destroyed my trust. Explain how they made me feel like the biggest fool in the world. I am not interested in their explanations. I am not interested in their apologies. I am done. Vanessa even showed up at my door last night, unannounced. I opened the door and she just stood there looking pathetic and tearful. "Michael, please," she said, "we need to talk." "No, Vanessa, we don't," I said. "There is nothing to talk about." But I love you," she stammered. "I still love you." "Love me?" I repeated. "Is that what you call this? Is cheating on me with my best friend your way of showing love?" No, it's not like that," she said. "It was a mistake, a stupid, drunken mistake." "A mistake you made willingly," I said, "a mistake that you chose to make." "Please, Michael, please give me another chance," she begged. "I promise, it will never happen again." "Never happen again?" I scoffed. "You think I am stupid enough to believe that? You think I am going to give you another chance to stab me in the back?" "No, Vanessa, I am not. It's over. Go away." I slammed the door in her face. I felt a pang of guilt for a split second, seeing her standing there looking so lost and desperate. But then I remembered the video, and the guilt vanished, replaced by a surge of anger and disgust. Kyle has been even more persistent. He has been calling and texting me constantly, sending me long, rambling messages about how sorry he is, how much he values our friendship, how he will do anything to earn back my trust. He even showed up at my work today, waiting for me outside the building. "Michael, man, please, we need to talk," he said, grabbing my arm as I walked out. "Get your hands off me, Kyle," I said, pulling my arm away. "Please, just give me 5 minutes," he pleaded, "just 5 minutes to explain." "There is nothing to explain, Kyle," I said. "You cheated with my wife, that's all I need to know." But I am your best friend," he said. "We have been friends for so long." "Exactly," I said, "we were best friends. Past tense." "You are not my best friend anymore, Kyle. You are nothing to me. Go away and leave me alone." I walked away, leaving him standing there looking defeated and miserable. Good, I thought, let him be miserable. He deserves it. Reddit, I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. Am I being too harsh? Should I at least hear them out? Should I consider forgiving them? Part of me, a very small, weak part of me, wonders if I am overreacting. Maybe it was just a drunken mistake. Maybe they really do regret it. Maybe I should give them another chance. But then I remember the video, and that small, weak part of me disappears, replaced by a burning anger and a cold resolve. No more chances. They had their chance and they blew it. They betrayed me and they broke my heart. And I am done with them, completely and utterly done. So Reddit AITAH for not forgiving them, for filing for divorce, for cutting them both out of my life completely. Tell me honestly, am I being too unforgiving? Or am I justified in my anger and my decision to walk away? Update 1. Wow, my phone has been blowing up with notifications since I posted this. I guess a lot of people have opinions on cheating spouses and best friend betrayals, go figure. Seriously though, thank you all for the overwhelming support. Reading your comments has actually made me feel a little bit better, less alone in this whole mess. It's good to know that I am not crazy for feeling the way I do, and that I am not being unreasonable for wanting to end things with Vanessa and Kyle. The consensus seems to be pretty clear, and TA, not the asshole. Which honestly is a relief to hear. Sometimes when you are in the middle of something like this, you start to doubt yourself, to question your own sanity. So, thank you, Reddit, for validating my feelings and my decisions. A lot of you are asking for updates, so here is a little bit more information and some developments that have happened since I posted. First of all, Vanessa is still trying to contact me. She has been calling, texting, emailing, even showing up at my work again today. I have ignored all her calls and texts, and I told security at work to not let her in if she tries to come to the building again. I am done talking to her. There is nothing left to say. My lawyer has started the divorce process, and I have told him to handle all communication with her from now on. I just want to be done with it, to move on with my life. Kyle has also been trying to reach out, but less persistently than Vanessa. He sent me a few more apologetic texts, which I ignored. He hasn't shown up at my work or house again, thankfully. I think he is starting to get the message that I don't want anything to do with him anymore. Good. The less I see or hear from either of them, the better. Nancy has been amazing through all of this. She has been checking in on me, offering support, and just generally being a good friend. I'm so grateful to her for sending me that video. As much as it hurt to see it, I needed to know the truth. I deserved to know the truth, and Nancy was brave enough to give it to me, even though it must have been awkward and uncomfortable for her. I told her how much I appreciate her, and she just said, "Of course, Michael, you are like family to me," which was really nice to hear. Some people in the comments were asking about the details of the affair. Honestly, I don't want to dwell on it too much. It's painful and disgusting to think about, but I guess you guys deserve to know a little more. From what I have gathered, it started a few weeks ago. Vanessa and Kyle started spending more time together, supposedly just as friends. They would go out for drinks after work or grab lunch together. Vanessa said she was feeling stressed at work, and Kyle was just being supportive. Yeah, supportive by sleeping with her, apparently. They claim it only happened a few times and that it was a mistake and that they are both deeply sorry. But honestly, I don't believe them. Cheating is never just a mistake. It's a choice. A conscious, deliberate choice to betray your partner, to break their trust, to cause them pain. And they both made that choice. Multiple times, apparently. So no, I don't buy their sorry excuses. A few people have also asked if there were any signs, any red flags that I missed. And honestly, looking back, maybe there were. Vanessa had been a little distant lately, a little less affectionate. She had been spending more time out of the house, saying she was working late or meeting up with friends, but I just brushed it off. I trusted her. I loved her. I never imagined that she would do something like this. And Kyle, well, Kyle was Kyle. Always cheerful, always friendly, always there for me. I never suspected a thing, which I guess is what makes betrayal so painful. It comes from the people you least expect it from, the people you trust the most. So what am I going to do now? Well, first, I am going to get divorced. That's a given. I am not going to stay married to someone who cheated on me, especially not with my best friend. Second, I am going to cut all contact with both Vanessa and Kyle. I don't want them in my life anymore. I don't want to see them, talk to them, or even think about them. Third, I am going to focus on myself. I am going to take some time to heal, to process what happened, and to figure out what I want to do with my life now. I am going to spend time with my family and friends, the ones who actually care about me and support me. I am going to get back into my hobbies, things I used to enjoy before all this happened. And maybe, someday, I will be able to trust someone again. But for now, I am just going to focus on myself and on moving forward one step at a time. Thank you again, Reddit, for all your support and advice. It really does mean a lot to me. I will keep you updated on how things progress if anything interesting happens. In the meantime, wish me luck. I am going to need it. Update 2. Okay, another update as promised. Things have been interesting to say the least since my last post. The divorce is moving forward slowly but surely. My lawyer says it should be finalized in a few months. Vanessa is not contesting it, which is good. I think she finally realizes that there is no chance of us getting back together. She has stopped contacting me directly, which is also a relief. My lawyer is handling all communication with her, and honestly, I don't even want to know what they are talking about. Just get me divorced, please, and let me move on. Kyle, on the other hand, has not given up. He is still trying to contact me, still sending me those long, rambling messages, still begging for forgiveness. He even tried to show up at my house again last night, but I didn't answer the door. He left a voicemail which I listened to, against my better judgment. It was the usual stuff, how sorry he is, how much he misses our friendship, how he will do anything to make things right. He even said that Vanessa has broken up with him and that he is now all alone and miserable. Boo-hoo, Kyle. Serves you right. Honestly, I have zero sympathy for him. He made his choices, and now he has to live with the consequences. And the consequence is that he has lost his best friend and any respect I ever had for him. The most surprising development, though, is what happened with my parents. I told them about everything that happened, about Vanessa and Kyle, about the cheating, about the divorce. And their reaction, well, it wasn't exactly what I expected. They were sympathetic, of course. They said they were sorry to hear what I was going through and that they supported me in my decision to get divorced. But then they started talking about forgiveness. About how everyone makes mistakes, about how I should try to see things from Vanessa and Kyle's perspectives, about how maybe, just maybe, I should consider giving them another chance. Are you serious? I asked, incredulous. You want me to forgive them, after what they did? Well, we are not saying you have to forgive them right away, my mother said, but maybe in time. I repeated, Mom, they cheated on me. With each other. How can you even suggest that I should forgive them? Well, they are both very sorry, my father said, and everyone makes mistakes, Michael. Mistakes? I scoffed, Dad, this is not a mistake, this is betrayal. This is a deliberate act of cruelty. And you want me to just forgive and forget? No, we are not saying forget, my mother said, but forgiveness is important, Michael. It's good for your soul. Forgiveness is for the wronged party, Mom, I said, not for the wrongdoers. And right now, I am not feeling very forgiving. They kept pushing it, though, going on and on about forgiveness and understanding and compassion. It was like they were defending Vanessa and Kyle instead of supporting me. I was getting angrier and angrier. Finally, I just snapped. You know what? I said, you know what really gets me? It's not just that they cheated on me, it's that you are taking their side. You are supposed to be my parents. You are supposed to support me, not tell me to forgive the people who hurt me. Michael, that's not fair, my father said. We are just trying to help you heal. Heal. I repeated, the only way I am going to heal is by getting rid of these people from my life completely. And your advice is not helping, it's just making things worse. I ended up hanging up on them, feeling even more frustrated and angry than before. Seriously, my own parents, telling me to forgive the people who destroyed my marriage and betrayed my friendship. Unbelievable, I guess some people just don't get it. They haven't been through it, they don't understand the pain and the anger and the sense of violation that comes with betrayal. Anyway, that's the latest. Divorce is moving forward, Kyle is still being pathetic, and my parents are apparently living in some kind of forgiveness fantasy land. I'm just trying to stay strong, to focus on myself, and to move on with my life. It's not easy, but I am getting there, slowly but surely, and thanks to all of you on Reddit for your continued support. It really does help. I will keep you updated if anything else interesting happens. Wish me even more luck now, because dealing with my parents on top of everything else is definitely going to be a challenge. Life lesson learned from all of this. Trust is a fragile thing, easily broken and sometimes impossible to repair. And some people, even the ones you think you know best, are capable of incredible betrayal. But also there are good people out there, people who will support you and have your back, even when things get really tough, like Nancy and like all of you on Reddit. And for that I am truly grateful. And as for revenge, well, honestly, the best revenge is just moving on and living a happy, successful life without them. Let Vanessa and Kyle wallow in their guilt and regret. I'm going to focus on building a better future for myself. A future free from betrayal, lies, and broken promises. And that, my friends, is a revenge more satisfying than any petty act of vengeance could ever be. So, thank you again, Reddit. You have helped me more than you know, and I am going to be okay. I know I am. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.